Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. On 1st down, Rodgers. And break, the tight end's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers, and he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Tighten down. There you go.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Let's go, 57. Mike, 57. Got one.
From the 22, Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. This is caught by Hearns. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. To throw, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Third down, here's Haskins. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
And defensive tackle Aaron Donald, when you evaluate him, you're looking for flaws. You can't find any. This guy has the ability to single-handedly take over a game. Wrecks it inside, outside. You can't run it against him. And good luck trying to throw it downfield when he's in the face of the quarterback.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. This is the running back, Powell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On second down now, it's Powell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a jet sweep. Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go draw here. Powell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it.
With the score tied 3-3.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Clement. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. There's the correct call.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
53, check 53. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Crosby is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Haskins. Open is Powell. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Now Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. On the return, here's Agnew. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Clement. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Haskins to throw it. Finding Gabriel complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. This complete to the tight end Clay. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's Clement. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll run. This is Blue. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Rodgers will try again on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. Third down here. On third down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Switch.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now, second quarter, you're losing, you're not playing well, probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Throwing is Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On first down, Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was Dwayne Haskins with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, it's Clement, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They'll stay on the ground with Clement. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Haskins. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers completes it to Hearns. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They'll run again with Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Mike, 258.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This is caught by Hearns. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Clement, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here's Thomas. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On the run, this is Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Clement. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down. After a play like that, everyone on defense has got to go to the defensive line and give them their kudos. They destroyed everything inside. No place for the runner to go with the ball.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Holding offense.
They get Lane Johnson, the number 4 pick back in 2013. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's going to sling this deep down. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Check 56. Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end Ravens 16, Browns 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 16. Haskins will throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Kirk. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They'll run on second down with Blue. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by John Johnson. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And the Browns getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Rodgers, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let him get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Crosby puts it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is the running back, Blue. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run again with Blue. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here we go with Haskins. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 10. 1:44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Rodgers. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. It's Aitman, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Here's Rodgers.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. That one is caught by Hunt.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Rodgers to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Maxey.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Baltimore, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.